Your hand stopped reaching for your phone. That ache in your chest when you used to think about texting them first? Gone. Replaced by something colder, something final. You are not sad anymore. You are not hoping anymore. You are just done. And it feels like freedom and grief at the exact same time. This is not you giving up on love. This is not you losing faith in the connection. What you are experiencing is the most powerful, energetic shift in the entire twin flame journey. The divine feminine stops chasing. And when she stops, everything changes. Not because she stopped caring, but because she finally started caring about herself more. But here is what nobody tells you. This is not the end of the journey. This is the beginning of the real one. And in the next 10 minutes, I am going to show you the 7 unmistakable signs that prove you have crossed the threshold. You are no longer the chaser. You are the chooser. And the final sign, the one that seals your sovereignty forever, will blow your mind. Stay until the end. You used to wake up and immediately check if they texted, if they viewed your story, if they liked your post. Your morning routine revolved around them. But now, you wake up and think about your own day, your own goals, your own peace. They do not even cross your mind until hours later. And when they do, it is fleeting, neutral, like remembering you need to buy milk. This shift means your energy has fully detached from their timeline. For months, maybe years, you were energetically tethered to them. Every thought, every action, every decision was filtered through the question, what will they think? Will this make them notice me? Will this bring them back? But that cord has been cut, not with a dramatic severing, with quiet, consistent choice. You chose yourself over and over until choosing yourself became automatic. And here is what is happening in the quantum field. When you stop energetically leaning toward them, you stop feeding the old dynamic. The chaser and runner pattern requires your participation. It requires your energy flowing in their direction. The moment you pull that energy back into your own body, into your own life, the entire system destabilizes. They feel it, even if they do not understand it. They feel the absence of your attention like a phantom limb. And that absence is louder than any text you ever sent. You used to imagine the reunion constantly. What you would say, what you would wear, how it would feel. You scripted it 1,000 times in your mind. But now, you do not even care how it happens. Or, if it happens, you are building a life that feels full without them in it. And that is not apathy. That is sovereignty. This is the divine feminine reclaiming her imagination. For too long, your creative power was funneled into fantasies about them. About the future you would build together. About the moment they finally wake up and choose you. But fantasies are energy, and every minute you spent imagining them was energy you were not spending, building your actual life. Now, you dream about your business, your trip to Bali, your art, your body, your friendships. Your future is no longer contingent on their participation, and that shift is seismic because the universe responds to where you place your attention. When your attention was on them, the universe kept you in a holding pattern, waiting, hoping, preparing. But now that your attention is on yourself, the universe says, finally, let me show you what you are actually capable of. This death of fantasy is not cynicism. It is clarity. You are no longer in love with a projection. You are in love with your own potential. And that love is the exact frequency that either calls them in as a match or releases them as a mismatch. Either way, you win. You do not feel the need to post cryptic quotes anymore. You do not feel the need to look amazing in case they are watching. You do not perform your healing, your growth, your happiness for an audience of one. You just live, privately, fully, without needing them to witness it. This is the death of the performance. The divine feminine has been performing her worth for the masculine, consciously or unconsciously, trying to prove she is healed enough, spiritual enough, attractive enough, interesting enough to be chosen. But you have graduated from that frequency. You no longer need external validation to confirm your value. And here is the freedom in that. When you stop performing, you stop exhausting yourself. The constant monitoring, the image management, the strategic posting, it all falls away. And what is left is just you. Raw, real, unapologetic, living your life for the only person who actually matters, yourself. The masculine energy might notice this shift. They might see that you are no longer trying to get their attention, and it will confuse them, because the version of you that chased gave them power. The version of you that stops chasing takes it back, and power shifts always create movement. They either step up to meet you, or they fade into irrelevance. And for the first time, you are okay with either outcome. You are not angry at them anymore. You are not bitter. You are not even disappointed. You just see them clearly, as a human, with wounds, with fears, with limitations. And you accept that where they are is where they are. You are not trying to fix them, save them, or wait for them to catch up. This is energetic neutrality, and it is the most powerful frequency you can hold. For so long, you oscillated between hope and heartbreak, love and resentment, longing and anger. But all of those emotions kept you entangled, kept you in the push and pull, kept you energetically engaged in the dynamic. But neutrality is the exit door. It is you standing outside the cycle, observing it without being pulled back in. You can acknowledge the connection without needing it to be anything. You can honor what you shared without needing it to continue. You can love them from a distance without needing them to love you back. And this neutrality is not cold, it is boundaried. It is you saying, I release the need for this to look a certain way. I release the need for you to be ready on my timeline. I release the need to control, manipulate, or force this connection into form. What will be, and I am at peace either way. When you reach this level of neutrality, the universe exhales, because finally, you are not resisting, you are not clinging, you are not demanding, you are flowing, and flow is the frequency of miracles. Their name does not make your heart race anymore. Someone mentions them, and you feel nothing. No spike of anxiety, no flutter of hope, no pang of longing, just a calm acknowledgement. Oh yeah, them. And then you move on with your conversation, like they are just another person you used to know. This is the biological proof that you have healed. Your nervous system is no longer activated by their presence or absence. For months, maybe years, the mention of their name sent your body into fight or flight. Your heart would pound, your palms would sweat, your stomach would drop, because your body was addicted to the highs and lows of the connection. But now, your nervous system has regulated. You have done the somatic work, the inner child work, the attachment work, and your body knows it is safe without them. Your body knows it is whole without them. Your body is no longer scanning the environment for crumbs of their attention because it has been fed by your own love. This regulation is not numbness, it is safety. It is your system finally trusting that you will not abandon yourself for someone else ever again. And that trust, that deep inner safety, is the foundation that real love is built on. Not the anxious, addictive, codependent love you experienced before, but the secure, grounded, sovereign love that is coming. You have stopped checking their social media, not because you are forcing yourself to stop, but because you genuinely do not care. You are not curious about who they are with, what they are doing, if they are happy. Your focus has fully shifted to your own life, and their life is just background noise. This is the death of the surveillance. The divine feminine used to monitor the masculine like a part-time job. Every post analyzed, every like dissected, every new follow investigated. You were looking for clues, evidence that they were thinking about you, proof that the connection was still alive. But that level of monitoring is exhausting, and it keeps you trapped in their reality instead of building your own. The moment you stop watching them is the moment you start seeing yourself. You notice your own growth, your own happiness, your own expansion, and it is so much more interesting than anything they are posting online. And here is the energetic truth. When you stop watching them, they feel it. The absence of your gaze creates a void, and voids demand to be filled. So they start watching you. They start wondering why you stopped caring. They start questioning if they made a mistake. But by the time they start looking, you are already gone. Not physically, energetically. And that is the shift that changes everything. But here is the sign that nobody talks about. The one that proves you are completely free. You reach a moment where you realize you do not want the old version of them back. Even if they showed up tomorrow, exactly as they were, you would say no, because you have outgrown that version of the connection. You have outgrown that frequency. You have outgrown the role of the one who waits, who hopes, who sacrifices her peace for potential. This is the divine feminine standing in her full power and saying, I am only available for the evolved version, the healed version, the version who has done the work, faced his shadows, and chosen to show up as an equal. Anything less is not union. It is a repeat of the old pattern, and you are done with that pattern. This boundary is not cruelty. It is standards. You are no longer willing to settle for breadcrumbs, inconsistency, or potential. You are requiring presence, effort, and commitment. And if they cannot meet you there, then the connection was never meant to be union. It was meant to be initiation. It initiated you into your power. And now, you are walking away with the lesson, leaving the teacher behind. When you reach this level of clarity, one of two things happens. Either they rise, they do the work, they heal, they transform, and they come back as the match you have been calling in, or they stay exactly where they are, and the connection dissolves, not with drama, not with heartbreak, but with quiet acceptance. And either way, you are free, because your happiness is no longer tied to their choice. Your happiness is tied to your own alignment, and that is unshakable. The divine feminine stops chasing the moment she realizes she was never supposed to chase in the first place. She was supposed to be so rooted in her worth, so anchored in her power, so aligned with her purpose, that the right person does not need to be chased. He shows up, ready, awake, worthy. And if he does not, she keeps building her empire without him. This is not the end of your twin flame journey. This is the end of the old contract, the one where you give everything and receive nothing, the one where you wait while he runs, the one where your love is conditional on his readiness. That contract is burned, and what is being written now is a new one, One where you are the priority. One where your peace is non-negotiable. One where union is only possible between two sovereign beings who choose each other from fullness, not need. Here is your manifestation task. Right now, I want you to write down one behavior you used to do when you were chasing that you have completely stopped doing. Maybe it is texting first. Maybe it is checking their social media. Maybe it is waiting by the phone. Whatever it is, write it down. Then say out loud, I release the need to chase what is not chasing me. I call in what is already aligned with my highest good. Post a crown emoji in the comments when you complete this. And if you recognize yourself in these signs, comment which one hit the hardest. You are not alone in this shift.